Hello, JJ here from Silver Gargoyle Productions, doing an unboxing of the Imperial Knight Titan. It's a pretty good model so far. You can see on the back here we've got some decals. Again, it's uncellophane just like the Eldar Dread Knight, the Wraith Knight. It's got a little scale comparison of the Knight compared to the Dreadnought, compared to a standard Tactical Marine. I like this head the best, to be honest. Got some other images and pictures, and here are the sprues. First thing I noticed was the base. I had a wager with a 40K buddy, Connor, that the base is going to be the same as the Flyer base. He is correct. He won $1. So good job there, Connor. It is far more oval, more elliptical in my opinion, and yeah, it's much different base. It's a wider base than I was expecting. And here are the sprues. Sprues are quite solid. Tiny little flimsy little pieces of plastic we can see here. Mounting for the ladder up to the top of the Knight, Imperial Knight. Shoulder pads with little stylized calligraphy or iron wrought work of sorts. So far looks pretty good. Next we're looking at the second sprue. Second sprue here has some good detail on it. Again, we have supposedly our D weapon, our chainsword of doom, or whatever you would like to call it. A couple other heads, body pieces, the Mega Melt-A-Gun, as I'll call it, what I'll be using on this Wraith Knight, and other pieces here. It looks pretty solid. Our Deus Ex Machina symbol, it's quite nice. In our last sprue here, we have more pieces here. We have our greaves, thighs. We have the leg pieces, which are very nice. This is something I think GW has been looking to do for a while with their dreadnoughts, but in larger detail, where you have the side pistons that connect onto the feet. A little disappointed with the feet. I was hoping the feet would come into 5 pieces. Your ankle, and then each individual foot or each individual toe, so that would clamp around like, say, a rock in when the ship from the Nostromo and Alien was crushing down the rock onto the soil of LV-426. We have another head here, a loincloth with chain for you to detail, and the Mechanicus head. It's quite nice. There is a piece of detail that I'd like to show you that is on these part on the sprue here. Let me get that here for you in a second. This is the instructions. Instructions are quite solid in my opinion. Your 2 different builds. We have our instructions. Again, use Citadel products. Construction of the legs, individual joints that explodes the Dread Knight, or the Dreadnought, Space Marine Dreadnought, more so than what I've always thought. That you have our greaves that I do not suggest putting on until you've painted them after you painted the leg. You can airbrush these really easily with all the other armor plates. It's quite nice. We have more of our instructions with our loincloth again. And then we have our build of the body. Very nice. One problem I see with the body is that in order to complete the body, you have to put the top hull on. I would not suggest doing that, including the shield. You can airbrush these, paint these up however you would like, without having to worry about affecting any sort of washing or dry brushing of the body assembly. It really comes down to thinking ahead before you paint, something I don't use all the time. This is great. We have a non-glue for this joint that goes in between of the Mega Chainsword, so that when it does connect to the arm, it's able to move. It's able to twist up, and it's able to move up and down a little bit, like they have with a couple different other models of GW. We have our variant when it comes down to the types of weapons that you want. We have our shoulders again. I would not suggest to glue any parts of these on until you painted them, to keep them away from the body and the work you've done. Overspraying, if you happen to be using an airbrush. If you're not using an airbrush, glue it all on, have fun. That's really it, as with most painting. Then we have a variant for the Mega Meltagun, as I mentioned earlier. And another variant. This is very nice. Gives us a good layout of what all these symbols mean on your transfer sheet. Descriptions, purity seals, quite nice. Gives you a description of where to put the seals for different houses, whether you have Cadmus or Tyrann or Tyrannus or Freeblade. Don't really like the sales pitch on the Freeblade. I mean, we're big boys with big toys. We don't need to listen to the whole masters of their own destiny, and they're known as free blades, where they don't adhere to other people's rules. We can come up with our own stuff. That's just my opinion. This is something I did not see earlier, and I'm really pleased with, is they actually provide the stats, I guess, just like the escalation models here. So Knight Paladin, weapon skill 4, plus skill 4, strength 10, front armor 13, side armor 12, rear armor 12, initiative 4, attacks 3, hull point 6, and a vehicle super heavy walker. Knight Errant, same thing, 4, 4, 10, 13, 12, 12, 4, 3, 6, super heavy weapon walker. But they don't give you anything for the range that I've seen so far. Then last, we have our transfer sheet. I reluctantly admit this. Most transfer sheets from GW are disappointing. This one's actually pretty good. We have our different knight houses: Tyrann, Hawkshroud, Cadmus, Ticanus, Raven, Mortis, Lattice, however you pronounce these things, in some sort of low Gothic or high Gothic according to the Black Library books. And that is the unboxing of the Revenant Titan. Looking for that bit that I want to show you regarding the IKEA heads. Here, as you can see, we have little pieces of bling you can add on to your knight. An IKEA head, another IKEA head, another IKEA head, another IKEA head, another IKEA head, which, as far as I understand it, is Spanish for eagle. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Another IKEA head, so you have several different pieces of bling you can adorn your knight with. That has been the unboxing of the Imperial Knight. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Always remember, 2x2 hands of blue, and if you want to visit my blog, that would be How to Lose at 40K. Have a good evening. Bye.